we can cross 2 more things off the list. We're heading to a show. Karen and I never do anything, and this weekend we're going to see Cirque du Soleil Echo. Are you excited, Karen?
Yes.
It's Monday, and I have set a very aggressive to-do list, but I've already done a couple of things. So we got up early and walked Izzy, and it was dark when we did that, and of course she poops in the hardest spot. Got that done. Then I added something to the to-do list for today, which is make Karen her granola. We don't buy it anymore. There's a recipe from the New York Times. You've seen me make it a million times. So that's in the oven. And then next up is workout. And the workout I can do at home. So that's always good. What's funny, and maybe I can get a little clip of it, is I put a little peanut butter in Izzy's bowl and she just keeps licking it. But earlier today, she had her bowl all the way down the hall as she was licking it. Karen's sister is moving, and she gave us this new workout floor that Karen and I installed yesterday. And it's kind of motivational to have this new floor. Like, I kind of wanted to come out in the garage and work out. So, thank you, Randy, for this new floor. It snaps together pretty easy, and it's just really great. This is our new workout floor. It got me motivated to reorganize my workout cart. Filming your bike ride with yourself can be kind of hard. Post office ride, 3.9 miles. And I rode my bike to the post office. Well, the time has come. The battery has arrived. And my goal today is to replace the battery in this Dyson vacuum cleaner. When we first bought this Dyson vacuum, it could vacuum the living room, the man cave, the hall, the bedroom, and the kitchen. And we'd get the whole house done, and then it would go out of charge. Well, now we can barely get one room. So I ordered a battery, and I don't remember what they said to do. And I'm not even using a tripod, so it's probably shaking pretty bad. But I'm going to go watch the YouTube video, because that's how you replace everything now. You just watch a video. Well, I had to watch this section twice, because we've never taken it off. I always just jam something in there to get the stuff out. So that was good to learn. And the screws were pretty easy to get out. I would recommend using a magnetized screwdriver like they do in the video. It's nice to have a magnetized screwdriver for this. And I'm using my video light to get more light in here. And they said they sent you screws in the box, but they did not, so don't lose the ones you have. And I wouldn't suggest this scenario either, because I put it on my pants and they got really dirty. Now it looks like you can just pull this battery out. Let me watch that part again. Oh, good. It just comes right out of there. So this is the old one. And this is the brand new one. And it's slid in there perfectly. Now let's see how easy it is to Oh, my pants got all dirty. Let's see how easy it is to put these screws back. But other than that, it was this easy, and when I turned it on, it seemed like it had a lot more power. So it's charging now. Oh my goodness, I just filmed this whole thing, and I had the battery was on red, and I didn't have the microphone plugged in. Ugh. I'm working on editing this latest video, and it looks like I'm a go-getter. I'm doing and working and getting stuff checked off my list. Just super motivated. But guess what? I have not been motivated. I have really been struggling. I've been living in the, once all this stuff is done, then I can do, I can be, it will be, and put X in there. Awesome, I'll be thin, I'll be playing golf, great, all those things. But that's not how this works, and so what I'm really trying to figure out is how to just live in the moment. And Karen's been following those monks that walk to Washington, D.C., and they're kind of my motivation. They talk about living in the moment and not thinking about the past and not worrying about the future. And that's a good place to be. And today is Ash Wednesday. And I have two kind of Lenten things. And one of them is to try not to think bad of others, but definitely not speak bad of others. I mean, it's hard enough not to think it. It's hard not to stop thinking it, but I can definitely work on not saying it. Because sometimes I say things just about strangers, like, oh, that lady is being mean, or that person is not thoughtful. And how do I know? You know, I'm just basing it on something stupid. So that's one of the Lenten things. And the other one is to try to live in the present. And if I have something to do, try to make it as enjoyable as possible. And I'll give you one win from yesterday. I had to do Karen's dad's taxes, and they're not complicated and they're not hard, but they are, if you know what I'm talking about, just for a lot of reasons. And I had it pretty much done, but I wanted Karen to sit here and go over some of it with me before we filed it. And she had been asking me to do it, and she said, could you please finish it this week, because at the beginning of March, she has to submit some paperwork. We're going down there to get her dad to sign that paperwork, and those filed taxes have to be part of it. So anyway, I said, well, I'll just do it today. And she said, no, go hit golf balls. And I thought, no, I will not enjoy myself hitting golf balls. And what was fun about this chore is Karen sat in here with me. She was doing other things, but when I had a question or I needed something, she went and got it right away. And it was so funny because we got ready to file and TurboTax said, denied. And I thought, what the hell? What the hey? What did we do wrong? And it was they had another update. And I swear I had just updated TurboTax before we sat down. So that was funny. That made the present enjoyable. We got them filed. I still was able to go hit some golf balls. And as I was leaving to go hit golf balls, Karen ran out of the house and said they've already been accepted. So that was a real win. And it was something, a chore that I wasn't motivated to finish. But I did finish it, and we had fun in the moment of doing it. So I hope you enjoy this video of me doing a lot of stuff. I'm struggling with motivation though. I even looked to YouTube for some inspiration. And that's it. You know, life is kind of a struggle, and we do our best. And what I'm working on is trying to stay motivated, but not put my happiness and doing fun things on over here until all this other stuff is done, because you're never going to finish all this other stuff, and you got to do some of the fun stuff. And we've been better at it, but I haven't been great up here about it, and that's what I'm working on. I just finished filming my book review, Wild Dark Shore by Charlotte McConaughey, and she lives in Australia, and I kind of always like to show the jacket picture of the author. And I'm going to give this book a 3 out of 5. It's really not my cup of tea. And you might say, well, then why did you get it? And I listened to a podcast, Strict Scrutiny, and in December they recommended some books, and I bought them for myself, and this one was one of them. I guess it's like climate change, and it's about plants and a seed vaults, and these are all real things that are happening. But now let me tell you my thoughts about it. I didn't like the characters. I didn't like the people, and so that's hard when you don't like the people you're reading about. And you may say, let me adjust this a little bit. You might say, well, Irene, why didn't you like the people? And I've been trying to put my finger on that, and I don't know, but without being a spoiler alert, I would say because they don't act the way I would have acted, I think, in their situations. And I don't want to tell you exactly because it would be a spoiler alert. And I asked Karen, what did you think about this book? Because she read it before I did. And she said, well, Irene, these characters are on an island and they have a lot of time to think and process stuff. And I thought, oh, well, that's a way to look at it. But as I was reading this book, these are some positives. I like when each chapter of a book is like from a character's point of view. Like this is Orly, he's a little boy in it. And I like when they do that. The chapters were short, so like if you've just got a few minutes to read, it's easy to plop down a chapter, and you're not in the middle where you have to start over and come back. So I like that. I like that it had a lot about plants and animals, but you knew that it was based in some historical fact. And as I was reading this, I thought, my sister Jackie might like this. And so I'm going at the end of March, and I think I'll take it and say, if you want it, fine. If not, we just donate it, because it's not something I would keep. So once again, 3 out of 5 stars. I think it's because I had a hard time connecting with the characters. There were a couple of times I was just like, oh my God, what are you doing? And so when that happens, I kind of get tired of it. At the end of the book, I was struck with how guilt and shame and worry and loss of love and decisions that we make can really affect you, and that's true. So I almost thought, well, I'll give it 3.5, 4 stars because it made me think about all those things, and so that makes it a good book. But no, 3 out of 5. So a lot of people might really like it. It was on the New York Times bestseller. It was a Reese's Book Club pick, so take that for what it's worth. So now I'm on my new book for February, and you probably go into March. And I've started reading Broken Country. It's by Claire Leslie Hall. And this will be the last of the books from the recommendation from the Strict Scrutiny people. And I think I might like this one, but once again, this is not a genre I would usually pick. And so Karen said, what are you going to read next? And I said, like a good murder mystery or Stephen King or something like that. So those are the books I'm reading. At least I'm reading. And I hope everybody's reading because I think it's a good thing to read fiction. So we're going to cross out finish film book review. We're going to finish that one. Karen and I have been helping her sister, and every weekend, well, the last 2 weekends, we've gotten up early, gotten on the ferry, got a cup of coffee, met them at their house, and then took things to Goodwill or helped them pack a few boxes, ate lunch and came back. And it's been, I think, very helpful to them. And we've tried to make each visit kind of fun for us. By stopping to get a coffee or a treat, we checked out a bookstore, bought some cards, found a new bakery we like, stopped at an old coffee shop we like. And there's a store, the Chimicum store, and I bought myself a t-shirt, like I was on vacation. But I haven't worn it. And this is what's silly. I did even clean a drawer out and got rid of a couple of shirts to make room for the new one, but I haven't worn it. So I think I should put it on today. What do you think? What do you think? Cut the tags off and put it on. Karen bought one too, but hers is a little tight, so I'm worried about mine being a little tight, but I think mine will be okay. Okay, poor Karen isn't going to get my shirt. They're a little tighter than I normally wear, but I think it's okay. It feels really good. I really like it. And it's kind of a reward, like you go on a trip and you buy a t-shirt. I like this Chimicum store. It has these crackers that I'm totally addicted to. They're my kryptonite. But the last time we went, I said, no, Irene, you can't have them. And I bought fruit instead, and it was really delicious.